Hello everyone, my name is KingStix and today I want to talk to you about Warwick. So I've been playing a lot of Warwick. I enjoy him as a character. I feel like there's a lot of aspects where he shines and teaches you a lot of good mechanics, like auto attack resetting, using an auto then an ability, and also timing your abilities to counter the enemy's ability. And it sucks that I can't really play him right now. The reason why I'm not going to play him right now is because of the bugs. And I know a lot of you don't understand it, but just hear me out. I'll show you some video evidence. It'll make a little bit more sense then. But I've been running into various bugs and issues on Warwick. Typically 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4 games I'll encounter at least one bug that typically costs me a kill or gets me killed. And if you play any amount of Warwick, you know that the early game is very important, that you need to start getting the game snowballing, because if you don't, then you lose. Before I show you the bug, I want to set the mood. So I did a common Warwick start that I usually implement, especially in lower elos. I took Jax's blue, then took his Gromp, then I warded his blue buff bush when I left. Now I can see him whenever he goes to his blue, and I see that he has red buff in his level 3. I know he did his red buff, raptors, and wolves. Here I know he's coming for the scuttle or going to my red buff, so I'm just going to wait in this bush. If he starts to scuttle, I'll kill him, and it looks like he's actually going to my red buff. I use my W, auto Q him, and I'm going to proceed to attack him, fear. And now my Q is up, I flash, and I'm pressing it on him, and it won't even go off. That was an extremely easy Warwick maneuver. Just by holding down my Q, I should have went through him. At this point in the game, I didn't suspect anything. I was like, well, that was really fucking weird. Maybe I just wasn't clicking it or something. To show you another scene, Jax and Singed are fairly low. I want to kill the Jax first. I run away to bait him to using his Q on me. I now activate my E, and I'm pressing Q on him, and then Singed flips me away. If my Q would have went off, then it would have just let me go through and the Singed flip would have been disabled. I would have still taken the damage from it, but it would not have flipped me. That should have been at least 1 kill, if not 2 kills. So right now, as you can see, I'm spamming like, what the fuck, my Q isn't working. This is the second time it's happened this game, and I'm going to go try to use it on a camp. It's bugged. I don't know what causes it to bug. What I found is it typically bugs if you only have 1 point in your Q, and it will just randomly bug, and to unbug it, you have to use your other abilities, like spam them. It's really weird. So right now, I'm going to go try to show you what I mean. Just to make sure it's not still bugged, I go over to my Gromps before going in for a gank, and my Q is working, so I feel more confident now, and I can get back into the game. I come in for a gank on Singe. I'm going to use my W, run up to him, E, fear, Q through him, use my T-Mat, and proceed to auto attack him with my red buff on, and I do still have my ultimate. This is a bit of a different bug. I ulted him, and then he was still allowed to fling me. It honestly made no sense. After the gank, I'm going to attack the minions, and then I try to Q one of the minions, and I can't. I'm literally spamming my Q, and I cannot Q onto the minion for the healing. I'm still pressing it, and it's not working. Here, I even try to change the key and see if I can use it that way. I even press on the Q to see if maybe that will help. So just to make sure my Q key isn't broken, I change it to a random key. So I changed it to C, and it still won't work. I change it back to Q, it still doesn't work. And this is what I'm talking about. If I'm going to play a champion, I should not have to be constantly worried, oh, is this going to bug out, not work, get me killed, and let the enemy get away? If that's the case, I'm not going to play that champion. That's fucking bullshit. And I was actually waiting on this patch 8.5, which came out a couple days ago. And I was really hoping to find Warwick in the bug fix list, and he just wasn't in it, which really pissed me off. I wanted to see them fix his Q, and they just didn't. As you can see, at the beginning of that camp, I still couldn't use my Q. I had to use my E first, which made no sense. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. The main issue with the bugs on Warwick is his Q. There is one on his W, but I don't know if that's necessarily a bug or just something that's not mentioned in the LoL wiki or on Warwick's W in general. And what that would be is if you don't actually see the enemy, if your team does not have vision of the enemy whenever they become lower than half HP, you will not get the movement speed bonus. For example, if someone is in their jungle, they get low on HP, you won't get the bonus. And also something that's really annoying, let's say someone is 30% HP and you watch it happen, and then they get away, they get back over half HP, and then they get back below half HP, you won't get the blood scent. You actually have to watch them take the damage. So let's pretend someone is 100 HP, but you didn't see them take that damage, then you won't get the movement speed bonus. So even if they walk right up to you and they're 100 HP, but you haven't actually seen them take any damage, you won't get the movement speed bonus. But if one of your minions autos them and they're still that low on health, then all of a sudden now your blood trail will take into effect. That's something that really aggravates and pisses me off on Warwick. And the final issue is his ultimate. There's been various situations, for example, with Morgana, with her ultimate, it's very easy to time it because it's a noticeable noise, it's very slow. You just wait until the stun kicks in and then you ulti. I've had several occasions where it just straight up stuns me even in mid-air, which makes absolutely no sense. I've also had another issue where I ultied and nothing happened. It used up my ulti but nothing happened. Warwick is full of bugs. I'm not playing this champion until they fix at least some of them, primarily the Q bug. And yeah, that's it. Let me guys know if you've personally dealt with any Warwick bugs or if you've even noticed them. I'm curious to see what you have to say. If you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.